bitch, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel shot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Eagles and the Giants, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First play, here's Cousins. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury. from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Ready, go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Good footwork at the 30. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Cousins. Touchdown, Giants! Tony Pollard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, Brian, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. McCaffrey will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
But we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Cousins. Got his man. It's London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first down, Hurts. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. But this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy week.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
They go with McCaffrey, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And so they run it in on the 2-point try, and it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Cousins. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hurts. His throw incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. I mean, I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Again, it's Cousins. This pass is caught by London. Down inside the 10. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cousins to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Michael Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's going to lose yardage here. as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. Zerline's kick is up and through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. He'll get this to about the 38. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Cousins. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Play fake. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll work down inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen.
And this is going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought two words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for the Eagles, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. They'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.